Gotta start out the videos always by rubbing your hair. And like uncomfortable close-ups. Like this. Anyways. So, here in the cave. And I had to get some quick editing done last night, this morning, today. Unfortunately, most of the editing I did was not even for you guys to watch. It was for the patrons. Because frankly, they need some stuff. But I'm going to probably do some voiceover work for a review. But I have a problem. That's all that. And all that. And the fact that I can't review anything right now because this is such a mess. So, basically, kind of how we did with Rodimus, time to control the quote-unquote shelf space. I've already gone through one round of this before with the wifey helping me, basically breaking down and emptying out HG boxes to make more room. And I'm going to need to do that again. But I think I'm going to do a bit of them up here so I have more room for MG boxes that are in the closet. Then I can pull them out, put them up here. And then I've got all these statue boxes now that I've got to put away so that once again when we move I have a safe way to transport them. And then just whatever. And then I need to get figures, figures and kits all put away. So we got Dinobots, I've got Gundams that are all just need to go away. Oh, and I did make some slight progress on Mini-Tolf 2. I got the silver painted. That was fairly easy, just masking that off. I'm still kind of at a minor loss as to what I'm going to do. Overall with that one, that was a nasty burp. I apologize. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I think I'm going to go up in here. And like these are like all ABO boxes and stuff like that. Anything that doesn't have significant parts in it, like if it's one of these kits that comes with just a multitude of extra parts, I'm just gonna toss. I'm gonna smash and toss. And basically, whenever we go to move, whatever boxes I have, all the kits are gonna get crammed into them. Especially MG boxes. Obviously, they don't take up all of the space within the boxes. And then I've got Power Rangers ones up there from when I got the Mighty Morphin set. I think I'm gonna get rid of those packages. At least I'll probably deconstruct them so that I can get more cover plastic for if I want to make more Mini-Tolfs for people, because that's where they come from. Like I've got two or three of them right here that I can go ahead and just tear them down and then toss the box. I have a little box right over there that's full of trash from doing other things. I need to compact. Literally the biggest problem I have is a box full of Nintendo figures that's right over there. It's literally full to the brim, and then I just have stuff stacked on top of it. So it's gonna take me probably a few hours to go through everything. I have to stop to cook dinner and stuff like that. But if nothing else, I need to take command of my review space again, and then figure out where I'm going from here. And then tomorrow, hopefully I can spend time reviewing the new 30-minute missions kits that I've just finished. Get this new statue review up on the secondary channel. And then if I can get this like voiceover review done, since I don't, there's nothing I needed to really film. I do need to plug in the phone though. So if I film this, breaking this down, apologize in advance for any butt crack, because it's kind of inevitable. But I'll probably go ahead and time lapse this chunk. I really need IKEA to open so that I can really start moving stuff and be able to more organize things. So I have I have 3 new Transformers figures that I need to review and then figure out a home for him. One's real easy. It's Planet X. He'll go on the Planet X shelf. The other 2 are the Beast Wars Legends. I don't know where those are going to go because I don't have a Beast Wars section for my Legends class figures. And then I have like the Dark Dinos. I got to figure out where those are going to go. So like I said, if I had another Billy, I could move my backlog over there and get that moved out of my way and have a lot more display space, stuff like that. I don't know, just I hate being stuck, and also I'm back to the point of my remote doesn't want to work for the lights again. I don't know what's going on with that. Um, shorting out or whatever. I've reset it already. I just I don't know. And I need to get my regular Dinobots back in there, including rehanging swoop. That means I need to reorganize my flame choice things. I do have another X board, so I can put is it Starscream? I think it's Starscream who's on a Gundam stand, so I can put Starscream up on a base. That'll be good, and then just sort of get things mildly organized, get trash thrown away, stuff like that. I need to find another big empty box to throw all these boxes I'm about to smash away. So I'm gonna get started after I go to the bathroom. Just kind of one of those things. Whew. Okay, so that was quite a long time. So you can see I've made some progress up here. It doesn't look like it because all the same hole is still filled in, but there's way less because one of these had a bunch of stuff stacked sideways behind it, and that's all being condensed. That was also super full of Gunpla stuff, and now I've got all of my statue boxes and other things all now in there, including these shadow boxes, things that were on the ground, including some comic books, things like that. And the pile, this is just all the empties. I actually do not know how many I just broke down. Had to have been like 30. And there's still plenty I could do in the future to make more room. So I still got all of this. This is all HG boxes. Same thing here. So I could do a lot of breaking those down. And at one point I've discovered that I had two boxes inside the GN Arms box It just had some parts in it, so I just dumped those out in there, and then I realized, wait a minute, now I have this whole huge box, so I dumped out 2 other full, what I call junkyard boxes that I'd filled up into the GNR boxes. So, like these guys right up here, these are junkyard boxes, just full of spare bits. The Twin Hugo set, also thing like that. So what I'd love to do when I reorganize a bit more is have a section that's nothing but junkyard boxes, like just full of spare parts from other kits. And I think with a few more builds out of the way over here, especially like the bigger stuff, you know, the master grades, the type A or Apex rather, stuff like that. With that out of the way, it'll definitely make more room that I can put the junkyards in there. Now, I pulled out all of the Power Rangers boxes. I'm going to break those down here in a couple minutes so I can sit down and do that. Get this nice halo effect here. And then I still got to do that part. So that took a long time, of course, you know, stopped to make dinner and stuff like that. So, but ultimately, if I can get a lot of that out of the way, that'd be good. Also, I went ahead and made sure I pulled out these stands because I can make use of them. I mean, like, there's plenty of smaller HGs and stuff like that that can definitely use just to be on a stand, just elevated, stuff like that, get them up off the ground, things like that. And I'm just looking around, just figuring out what I can make use of. I got to get these Unicorn Master Grades back put away. I need to find a way to get this Banshee put away. I wish I knew what happened to its crotch peg, because that disappeared on me. And given all of the unicorns I have, I somehow don't have the one I need. It's really kind of annoying, to be totally honest with you. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. That was just a lot. It was just really a lot. I have to do just a little bit more organizing up here, just clean up some of the boxes, things like that. But, you know, spring cleaning, so to speak. I didn't think about it. I could use the Star Destroyer box as well as a parts box. It would be nice to eventually get my Millennium Falcon out and on display, but I don't know what I'm going to do with all my Legos currently. And then actually in the box right here is a custom Lego build I did many years ago that I've never been able to show off, at least since living here or even at the old place. And that's my custom build from the thing. So, okay, so now it's clear off the desk time. Put figures away. Start really kind of nailing things down, because I've got some Star Wars figures that can be put up. And then just work on those things so that I can do reviews tomorrow. Definitely don't have time to do reviews tonight. I don't even know if I have time to get all the Dinobots put back in place. Well, most, like, I think Swoop is the only one I can't put back up, at least for the moment, without having to tie a new knot. Might not be that big a deal, I don't know. Or I might find a different way to run the string so I can take them down easier. And then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the Dark Dinos. So there's that. And now I got all the paint that was in this one box out. So trying to get the backlog in place. Stuff like that. So, but I'm going to get back to work. Okay, so progress was definitely made. I got Dinobots and stuff back up there. Rehung Swoop. Doesn't look quite as cool, but he's at least removable. I still need to fix Thundercracker. Uh, Things that I mostly just need for reviews left on the desk. Cleaned up some of that mess. It was all building stuff. Now, the only problem is the desk. These Megatrons are the ones that I will be doing the partial review for, or the voiceover review for. I may knock that out tomorrow afternoon and get it up then. Really light on content this week. It sucks, but it is what it is. So hopefully tomorrow I can get just these quickies done. The statue, Luke, Padme, stuff like that. Just get those things done, and then I can work on Ironhide. Of course, Transformers reviews always take a little bit longer. Ugh, face is all cruddy. But that's pretty much it. Like, I'm just happy I've made some progress. I did tear down all these Power Rangers things, so I got to clean those up for the end of tonight. And then that entire box over there, full of stuff, which I think weighs like 20 pounds and is full of almost nothing but cardboard. That's gonna go out, so I get at least some of my floor space back. And I got a couple smaller boxes over there I can do, and then all I got to do is figure out a better place to put my statues temporarily. And then tomorrow I'll clean off this desk so I can get back to work on building stuff. Like I've got these that I already pointed out that I need to find new Gunpla to put under, basically. So, but thanks for hanging out, and I'll check in tomorrow when I make more progress. Alright, guys, so next day, I've done a bit of organizing for the MS100 contest. If you saw the live stream, I talked about that. But I've got the current people who are entered, at least all organized. There's one guy who I've not heard from at all. So he's paid to join in, and I haven't seen anything from him. And I've done some cleaning of the desk. It's not perfect, but all the crud that was like right here, like the Hugos are now in there. Put them on their own stands. And I also put X-Age on a stand. So now I've still got this one, and I need to find a little adapter guy for him, and find somebody to go on that one. I've got Mini 12-2 on hold just for a second, but I don't know if I showed it off yesterday. I did spray all the silver on there. I did mask off the top and the bottom. I think when I go to put the shelves on, which I think will be next in reality. Why is it sitting wonky? It's weird. I got a little deformed. Whenever I go to put the shelves on, I think I'll do a little bit of a squeeze to glue them on, and I might use super glue this time. But that way you can, because it's kind of bowed just a hair, like it bows out just a little bit right there. So I might do that. And then I'll do the outside. I'm not working on that today. Running behind, but I'm going to get started on the reviews. I'm going to do the Madara review. The box is there. Madara is actually over there on the set. So getting that cleaned off yesterday was a big deal for me, and I did a little bit more just now, just clearing it off. So I need to get on the checklist today. It's Madara, the Luke, Padme, and then at very least the space type Portanova, because he doesn't require a whole lot of change out. The aquatic type is a bit more, but then that means I have to get at least one of those reviews, probably the space type, edited tonight. The quickies don't take very long, especially like the statue where I'm not showing off a lot. Doesn't take too long to do. But I'm just thinking, so the action figures shouldn't take long. The Luke, the other things like that. Obviously, Madara won't take too long. So I'll probably do those first. If I can get Ironhide done today, I will. It's only like 2:30. I can basically focus on this all afternoon. I need to technically do more laundry, but but um, I cannot do the laundry right now. So I'm gonna try to knock that out tomorrow. But I need to get these reviews done because then that means I can get the boxes put away, which is important now because I want my floor to stay clean. And then if I have time to get that comparison review for the Megatrons done, which is basically voiceover, I have pictures. I don't need to actually show the things off. Um, then that'll be fine. I just don't want to get too sidetracked. I already got a little sidetracked, so I'm gonna go take a pee break and then come back in here, get Madara done first, because then I can just get that out of the way, and then two quick action figures out the way, and then the space type, and then actually I might just do the space type and aquatic type, save Ironhide for tomorrow, because I feel like today feels like Friday, but it's not. I know it's not. It's Thursday, even though I thought it was Wednesday this morning. Seriously, not having Gundam come on really does bother me. But just need to get things taken care of. And I haven't vlogged really in a while, and this is kind of a vlog slash I don't want to say it's like a DIY, but it's in the same vein of when I fixed up the room and stuff. So it's kind of what I'm doing. But that's what I'm gonna do. See you in a bit, hopefully after I've got some stuff done. And hopefully I get some Patroneer work done too as well. Some fresh out the box things. Cord's hanging up. So I'm almost done with that. What I need to do today. Got the Star Wars reviews done. Got the statue review done. And put them out, at least those two, out in the living room. The wifey can bitch. I don't care. I needed somewhere to put them until I've got the Billy. Now I finished the Ironhide review, which took longer than expected, but it's a Transformers review. They always do. So that means all I have left to do is the 30-minute missions kits. So hopefully I'll get those done tonight. At least one of them. I need to get the space type done regardless, because that's tomorrow's review. So that means I got to get it filmed and get it edited and uploaded and everything tonight, which is never easy to knock out in a single night. And as you can probably hear, my throat's already going a little bit. But I'm trying to make sure I at least put stuff away as I'm done reviewing it. So like, I'm going to put Prime and Ironhide back on the shelf, or at least Prime can go back on the shelf. Ironhide's going to have to find a new home, probably over on the Decepticon shelf, sadly, because as you can tell, the Autobot slash Dinobot shelf is like stupid full. It really makes me mad. Like I've talked about it before about Planet X. So they're very slow. They knocked out the park with their first few things. Like their very first thing they ever released was their Omega Supreme, which I would still love to have. Except I can never get one with the head tank. You don't need the head tank, but it's a thing that, it's part of him. So since I have Trypticon, I really want the Omega Supreme. So aside from the Dinobots, they have hardly done any Autobots. So they've got Prime, Ultra Magnus, Perceptor. Perceptor was like their second thing, I think, right after Genesis. Uh, Ironhide. So hold on, let's do this again. So Omega Supreme, technically Autobot. Prime, Ultra Magnus, uh, Ironhide, Ratchet, Perceptor. And I think that's it. So in a game where you play as Cliffjumper, as Bumblebee, as Prowl, as Sideswipe, not Prowl, I always say Prowl, Jazz, those should have been like out the bat. Like the Carbots, the small and much easier to make ones, They should have nailed those. Like, I know that a lot of people use the old Bumblebee mold from Generations in their Planet X line, and not gonna lie, it's a good option. But I want Planet X to do them all. Now, they have their version of Star Saber, which is kind of like the IDW version. It's kind of like a weird IDW slash Fall of Cybertron version, which makes zero sense. But, they have all the Dinobots, including uh, a couple different Grimlocks. Now they have the metallic versions coming out. So they have Metallic Grimlock, Metallic Swoop, Metallic Prime, and that's it. So on the Decepticon side, they've got Trypticon, Megatron, the 3 base Seekers plus 2 Rainmakers, and the Insecticons, and then technically speaking, Nemesis Prime. So let's do that again. So Trypticon, Megatron, Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, Acid Storm, Sunstorm, and then Ghost Starscream, technically speaking. So that's already 8. Then all 3 Insecticons, and then Death Source. So that's 12. So there's 12 things for sure that you can get in the Decepticon lineup. And like I said, I wasn't counting the Dinobots, just Autobots and Decepticons. So to me, they're just missing out on a huge selection there. Like, that's what people really want. People want the rest of the Autobots, but they're not doing that. In fact, other than doing re-releases with metallic paint, they're not doing anything. Now, they use the Seeker mold to get other things paid for. And then Megatron is probably their weakest one, period. If you saw the review there. So, like, really weak joints, except he does have pretty good ratchets. Transformation is horrendous. Because he's basically a crab tank. And then just the sheer stupidity of the visible head syndrome. There's no way to hide his head. They could have put a little thing or flipped the head away, something. But no, they just haven't bothered. And it bothers me. And, like, I really want there to be more. I mean, hell, they have the aerial bots in the games. They could totally make the aerial bots happen. And on top of that, Bruticus. They could do their first combiner, which would be super sick. Because Bruticus in that game was awesome. The toys were okay from the Generations line. But, like, that's a huge, huge thing that they're just not doing. Now, maybe that's what they're saving up for, so to speak. I don't know if they as a company are having any issues. But, like, they're falling to the wayside, and then, like, focusing on doing non-game related things. And now, if I remember correctly, somebody else showed off a Fall of Cybertron mold of somebody. So, like, Planet X need to keep their thumb on that pulse and really get after it. Stop doing repaints of figures we've had for years. We're kind of over that, not gonna lie. They could give us a War for Cybertron version of Megatron, which would be kind of cool. They could give us a War for Cybertron Optimus, once again, would still be cool. But mostly just give us a Carbots. They're going to be smaller than Prime. They're going to be smaller than Ironhide. Especially Bumblebee. Bumblebee, Jazz, Cliffjumper, I think Wheeljack. I don't remember if he was in the game. They're all smaller bots, so less cost and produce the fuck out of them. And for the love of God, like, start adding some details. Like, Prime is still, I hate that they do translucent on the wheels. The translucent plastic is kind of pointless because it's orange. Everything is pink. Just make it pink. They do all translucent purple on the on the Decepticons, but the Autobots is supposed to be translucent pink. They do translucent orange. Stupid. So, and then down the line, I'm gonna have to figure out how to reorganize them because my Dinobots take up most of my Autobot shelf. So, and Billy's only get so wide, you know. So if I had to break it up, all Dinobots and then have the Autobots separate, it would be cool. So I'm sleepy. Excuse me, but for now, I'm gonna call that to the end of this vlog. Hope you have enjoyed it. I like doing behind the scenes stuff. And when I was rewatching some older vlogs, when I was, really like vlogging almost daily, it was kind of fun. Now, there's literally nothing going on right now due to, world state. But I'm trying to do what I can to improve things around here. And just showing some behind the scenes things is always fun for me when it's not like a build log, while I am building right now. Just right now I need to get caught back up on reviews. But I'll catch you guys later. I'm sorry. You're gonna yawn. I haven't had caffeine since this morning. It happens. But see you guys later. And remember, as always, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be loud.